Hello there everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on the Super Nintendo. So next we're going to be going with my favorite character, Billy. Yeah, Billy's the best. At least I always thought he was the best. Blue is always my favorite color, so I was just like, yeah, Blue Ranger's the coolest. Though I do like, I like all the characters in all honesty, but Billy was always my favorite. And fun fact too, Billy was the only character that was there from the first episode all the way to the series finale, because I didn't mention in part 1, but around season 2, Jason, Trini, and Zach, or at least the actors, chose to leave the show. I have no idea why, but I'm not going to get into that whole debate. So they end up leaving the show and got replaced by Rocky, Aisha, and Adam. His name was Adam, right? I think it was. And yeah. So they left, and then Kimberly left around season 3, if I recall correctly. And Tommy, although he did stick around for the series finale, he didn't start off in the series right away. He didn't come until a little bit later into season 1 when he's introduced in Green with Evil. Very fantastic series, if I say so myself. It was five episodes long, and it was really cool seeing Evil Power Ranger for once. I don't know if we ever saw another Evil Power Ranger in the series, because again, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is about the only one I'm really that familiar with. So, yeah. So that happened, and that was just a quick fun fact for you. And Billy was always kind of like the nerd character in the show, and I don't know how that missile didn't attack me there, but whatever. I'm not going to question it, I'm just going to accept it. So he's always the nerd guy. He made a lot of the technology, like a good example, he made the communicators that they use to contact Zordon and Alpha 5 in the command center. I guess that's one disappointment with this game, is that there's no appearance of Zordon or Alpha 5, which would have been cool. But then again, they probably would have made unique sprites for them, so I can only imagine why they didn't, because, heck, they couldn't even make unique sprites for all the Power Rangers, which, yeah, it's probably obvious by now that they're all palette swaps with the Red Ranger. So, I don't know why I'm being the dead horse, but whatever. Now, good news, we're almost to the boss, so I'll finally have something new to talk about. Here we go. This is Guy. It's morphing time! Triceratops! Oh yeah. Triceratops power inside my veins. Time to kick some butt. Oh yeah. I always loved Billy's weapon too, the Power Lance. I just always thought that was one of the coolest weapons on the show. I'm not sure what I would say is my favorite. Probably the Power Sword or the Power Lance. I guess that's one other unique thing about the Power Rangers I never mentioned, is that they all have unique weapons. You saw in part 1, but Zach had the Power Axe and Kimberly had the Power Bow, which she could actually shoot arrows with. And then Billy has the Power Lance, which is pretty awesome. Trini will see her weapon in later this part, and I don't know why I stood there and got hit by the fire. I did not make a good choice there, let's just say that. But anyways, there's not really a whole lot of fighting in this section. You basically just want to crawl around and go through levels. It's not even a platforming section, since there's really nothing to jump on. But finally, here's some enemies for us to beat up on. It's about time. It's the whole reason we morphed, right? So we can beat up on some more enemies. And it says go, but I can't go. Oh, that's why. Because the bridge had to explode first. Why does everything explode in Power Rangers? Seriously. Every time they defeat a monster, they would explode. And I have no idea why. It's the same in this game. So, I don't know why that happened. I also don't know what was with all the sparks coming out of people when they got hit and whatnot. And I have no idea how I missed my Power Lance hit there. I guess I was a little too close. So unfortunately, you can't fight while you're swimming in the water. But what you can do is you can hold down, and then you'll be at the bottom of the water, and the putties, for whatever reason, will not kneel down and hit you with their knives. Why, I don't know. It's a free hit for them, but whatever. Take advantage of their stupidity and just float on the bottom. And there's another med pack. And Ninja Gaiden! Yeah, I gotta love any game that uses wall jumps, because those are always fun. And yeah, I'm running low on things to talk about as is. It's only part 2. I still have one more part to get through. But, I'll try to think of something. I guess I can talk about the show a little bit. So, if you've never seen the show, the premise is pretty simple. Basically, an evil space witch got released from a space dumpster in space. Yeah, the plot's kind of out there. And then soared on a floating head in a glass tube thing, and his assistant Alpha 5 summoned 5 teenagers with attitude to battle her and become the Power Rangers. Why didn't he just call the army or something like that? I don't know, but whatever. It is what it is, and it's a pretty awesome show if I say so myself. I do think it was a little bit cheesy, whatnot. I mentioned that in part 1, but oh darn it, I got hit by that thing. Oh well. Yeah, I don't think the water goes down any lower, does it? Alright. Go and swim up then. So, you know, that was pretty much the premise. Basically just 5 teenagers with attitude get superpowers, and then they go out and save the world. And it's silly, but it's fun. And that pretty much seems to be all the concepts for all the future Power Rangers series. So, yeah. It's silly, but it's fun. And one thing that did happen every now and then was they would change. I'm surprised I had missed those blades there. I thought for sure it was going to count as hitting my leg there, but cool. Well, actually, before I get back on that, over here is a cool little section. You see that tube up there? Or maybe it's not a tube, it's a container, I guess. You use your bomb here, and there you go. You get a bomb replacement and a health pack. Oh, and another bomb. Nice. Unfortunately, the bombs don't stack on each other, so you can't carry 2 at a time, which kind of sucks, but then again, that would make bosses a little too easy, wouldn't it? Because the bosses are already easy enough as is. So one thing that they did is Season 2, they actually lost their swords and had to get new ones. You'll see the swords later in Part 3, but there's the Mastodon, Pterodactyl, Triceratops, Saber-tooth Tiger, and the Tyrannosaurus. So they were originally based on dinosaurs, despite the fact that some of them aren't technically dinosaurs. Pterodactyl, well, actually, we're on the boss, so I'll get back on that topic later. So that guy is honestly probably one of my favorite bosses in the game, if not my favorite. He's a pretty fun fight, if I say so myself. And I'm just using my bomb to weaken him a bit. So his three main attacks is going to be shooting a laser up, shooting a laser down, and throwing eyeballs at you. Now I find if you stand close to him like this, he's not going to hit you with those eyes usually. And then his 4th attack is that, jumping around. I find if you just jump it though, you're going to miss it every time, or he's going to miss you every time. And yeah, he's a pretty fun fight if I say so myself. I don't know why that eye didn't hit me, but whatever. So now he's going to fall apart into one big eye, and now his only attack is going to be shooting lasers. So he's a pretty simple boss, but he's still pretty fun, I think, to beat up on. Yeah, I like dodging his lasers and whatnot, and it's a fun fight, what can I say? Pretty much all the bosses are pretty fun, I think. I'd say probably my favorite, though, is probably level 5s, which we'll see in part 3, the final parts. It's a tough pick, but yeah, I like it. I like all the bosses in this game. I'd go on about boss strategies here, but there's really not much strategy when he's down to just an eye. Just whack him and he'll die. Like that. And like everything else, he explodes, and I'm just jumping around for joy because I can. So, yeah, that's that. On to level 4. And the next ranger we're going to be choosing is Trini. And oh boy, I'm not looking forward to this. I'm going to be honest, Area 4 is not one of my favorite levels. In fact, it's probably my least favorites. For one thing and one thing alone, and you will see it soon enough. And I'm going with Trini, which, you know, as much as I love Trini in the show, she's definitely the best Yellow Ranger ever in my opinion. Okay, let's just get this out of the way now. I think Trini's the best Yellow Ranger, Kimberly's the best Pink Ranger, Billy's the best Blue Ranger, Jason's the best Red Ranger, and Zach's the best Black Ranger of all time in my eyes. And also I think Tommy's the greatest White and Green Ranger. But anyways, I got that out of the way. Trini, in all honesty, she's not the best when she's a Power Ranger. Mainly because her weapon, the Power Daggers, they have no range. And the boss in particular can be kind of hard with Trini, but I'm going to tough it out anyways, because again, I did choose this order beforehand. And, hey, did you figure out why I chose the order I did yet? If not, there's still time. There's still time to figure it out. Still got one more part left. But, anyways, there's a lot of these laser machines shooting lasers down at you too, and falling chandeliers, which I've seen a lot of beat 'em ups now I think about it. I remember those from Final Fights, because one killed me once and it was really annoying. Ugh. And more of these dark green putties. I freaking hate the dark green putties, they suck! But, moving on. I guess I should get back to the topic I was talking about before, the boss fight guy. Wow, I failed at dodging that terribly. So, technically speaking, at least if you ask me, the only real dinosaurs that they got were Triceratops and Tyrannosaurus. Because if you want to get technical, Pterodactyl isn't exactly a dinosaur. It came around the time of the dinosaurs, but it's not technically a dinosaur. And Saber-tooth Tiger and Mastodon, those were more around the Ice Age than the Jurassic Ages, if I recall correctly. Is it called the Jurassic Ages? I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm not from some scientist from Jurassic Park or anything like that. So, yeah, if you want to get technical, I think they were the only two with actual dinosaurs. So I always found that a little strange, but whatever. During the second season, they actually got new Zords, replacing the old ones, and got a new Megazord. Like, for example, I know, I'm pretty sure Zach got a lion. Well, of course, it was Adam later, but the Black Ranger got the lion, I believe, and the Red Ranger got the dragon, and Billy got the unicorn. I have no idea why they chose the unicorn for him, but whatever. And then season 3, they got new ones again, like Billy had a wolf, which is more fitting than a unicorn, if you ask me. Then the Red Ranger, who was Rocky at the time, got an ape. Adam got a frog. Aisha got a bear. And Kimberly, later to become cats, towards the end of season 3, got what was it? Was it crane? I think it was a crane. So yeah. Anyways, onto the boss. It's morphing time! Saber-tooth Tiger! So like I said, Trini's not the best when she's in a Ranger form, because like I said, her Power Daggers have no reach whatsoever. So you really gotta get on top of your enemies to kill them, and that does make the boss a little annoying. So, not to say the boss is hard or anything. Oh, by the way, you want to take a guess at what his name is? If you guessed Genie, you're right. That's all they called him, was Genie. Why? You know, all the other characters had, you know, somewhat cheesy names, but at least they had actual names, like Gnarly Gnome and Skull Bones and Eye Guy. Just Genie. Even Genie of the Lamp, even though I don't think he came from a lamp, would have been more creative than just Genie. But whatever, it is what it is. And he's really not that bad of a boss fight. The only problem is I'm playing as Trini, so yeah, but we'll get to that when we get to it. And we still got a little ways before the extremely annoying part comes up that makes me dislike this level most of all. This platform section isn't so bad, just know when to go up and know when to not go up. And of course you can destroy these things, so I would recommend doing so. And I thought I could make a grab for the hole up there, but apparently not, so there we go. Another annoying thing that at times is those guns that shoot out. You know, your first time playing, you're not going to know they're there unless you watch this YouTube video, and then in which case you probably know they're coming. But anyways, there's also these putties with guns, which, you know, it was weird enough seeing them with knives, but now they have guns? Why? Since when did Rita say, okay, try shooting them? I'm sure it's some sort of space technology like out of Star Wars or Star Trek or something like that, so not like actual weapons from Earth, but still, it's a little weird seeing putties with guns. But anyways, now we're on to the last section before the boss. And I got some more of these brown guys. I don't think you guys have really seen it yet, but they actually throw knives. So the purple guys, you know, they're basically gray putties that take a combo. The green ones jump around, and the brown ones throw their knives at you if you let them. I personally try not to let them because that's no good. There's a lot of fallen debris in this level too. A lot of these steel, I don't know what they're called, steel pieces come down. I almost called them pipes, but they're not technically pipes, are they? And I just got hit by one. How embarrassing. But anyways, down here we have a bomb replacement, which, thank goodness, because I'm going to want them for the... Wow. I seriously mispronounced that terribly. I'm going to want that for the boss because it'll really help me take him down a lot easier. And yeah. So we're almost to that really annoying section I don't like. Almost there. Can't wait to talk about it. And there's the brown guys throwing their knives. Yep. I find if you just duck it, they'll miss every time, so it's pretty simple to avoid. They're a lot less annoying than the jumping guys, like I said. Seriously, I freaking hate the dark green jumping putties. They are so annoying. But here's the part I hate. Oh, a mini-boss. Yay. But there's only one major problem with this mini-boss. Get this. He's flying around. That's bad enough, so I'm going to have a bit of a hard time hitting him every now and then. But then he pulls that, and he flies under the area where you can't hit him at all. So the only way to really speed this up is to use your bomb, but I don't want to use the bomb. I want to save that for the boss. So, yeah, this section really freaking annoying. Thankfully, when I recorded this, he didn't go under too much. But let me tell you now, on some of my regular playthroughs just for fun, he would go down there and he would not come up ever, and it was really annoying. So, you know, whether you use the bomb or not is up to you. Since I'm playing as Trini, I'm saving it, but under normal circumstances, I would just use the bomb right away and get rid of this thing right away. I don't know if the bomb kills it right away or not, but it might. I don't remember, but yeah, this mini boss sucks. Easily the worst boss in the entire game. But it's gone now, so let's move on. Alright, just want to be careful not to fall, because that's all bottomless pit, and that's no good, and I got shot. That's also no good. Alright, boss time. Time to take down this genie. Seriously, why don't you have a more creative name? So Genie's main method is throwing projectiles at you. In fact, this is his only method, but he has quite a variety of projectiles, from lightning bolts that look kind of like dragons that look kind of cool, throwing out these mirrors, throwing daggers, and I'm using my bomb now. That was good. A lot of damage on that one. That makes up for my mistakes with Gnarly Gnome and the first level with Zack, where I unfortunately used my bomb on just one putty. Yeah, the reason this guy can be a little tricky with Trini is because you really gotta get in close and personal. If I was playing as any of the other ones, then I'd have better range, and I could take them down a lot easier with a good distance. But here you really gotta get on top of them, and it's kind of annoying, but as you can see, I just beat him. So, that was a little easier than I expected, but yeah. So tune in for the next part, and we'll be going through the last level with Jason, and also battling 2 more bosses, so see you then.